Well, good afternoon, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Our season has been terrible. 6-10. We lost our quarterback. This is as bad as the 2015 season was. The 2015 season, we were 4-12. We lost Tony Romo, and basically we won one game without Tony Romo, and it was terrible. But sometimes, in order to fix a mess, you got to make a mess, and sometimes you have to hit rock bottom before you will affect change. Um, and this may be the year that's the reset button for the Cowboys, which will give us some, higher draft picks. We have 10 picks this year. Yeah, I got paint on my hands. I know I'm a sloppy painter. It just is what it is. We got 10 picks in the draft that we can go through. And as opposed to some other teams, we actually have more cap space than a lot of teams. There's a lot of teams that are way over the limit. For example, New Orleans basically said, we're all in on this year. They are like $92 million over the cap. Atlanta, another team that needs a lot of help, they're way over the cap. The Eagles are 60-some million. So as bad as this season was, and as much as it hurts, I take pleasure in the fact that the Eagles are now dysfunctional. They've had the Super Bowl hangover for years now and have been in denial. The talking heads, of course, have been on the bandwagon for the Eagles about how well they are and the great coaching staff and the organization that they have. But they have literally crumbled. They have been, at Philly 500, don't expect to see 500 anytime soon. And I'm throwing this back at you, Philly, because Doug Peterson has literally ruined one quarterback, Carson Wentz. And this goes back to why, if you're going to let Nick Foles go, if Carson Wentz is your guy, why the hell did you put a statue of Nick Foles in front of there? That every day that they go to the stadium, that your guy's got to see that. He's got to know that. That you go a Sunday night game, they're showing that statue. They're talking about the Philly special. And if you're saying that this is your guy, that's as bad as a relationship where you've got the headboard with all the notches of all the conquests on your bed with the relationship of the new person you're with. They see all those notches and think, damn, you were with all these other people. All these other people mean a lot. You never really buy in because in the back of your mind, you're always thinking about those other people that you like. So you already had Carson Wentz with that relationship. And now, after pulling Hurts, you definitely destroyed that. Your Carson Wentz is like, I'm done. I got no love for you, Doug Peterson. We can't ever work together. So you've got that dynamic. And you've got that contract that you have to deal with. You may be able to trade him, but you're going to have to eat like $30 million. Okay, I get it. Maybe Carson Wentz, the turnover machine, the fumble-a-toom guy, wasn't the guy. And that's why you looked and said, we're going to take Hurts because he fell lower than we thought, and, he could be the guy because we're a quarterback factory. And so you get Jalen Hurts, and you finally, when it's probably too late, where Carson Wentz has fumbled it to him too many times, taken too many sacks, and just literally just looks gun shy and has lost his confidence, you finally make a move to Hurts. And Hurts comes out, he's young, he's energetic, he's ready to rock and roll, he's buying into what you're doing, and he's playing better. I still looked at this and say, yeah, he's playing better with his legs, but he's got to become a better pocket quarterback. He's definitely give the team a spark because you've done screwed the team up with Carson Wentz because you already had people that still believe that Nick Foles was better than Carson Wentz. And then you go on Sunday and you do this to Hurts. And so you see the body language on the sideline of Hurts like, what the hell is going on? You can look at the offensive lineman and the team that's like, what? Nothing against Nate Sudfeld, but you might as well put Seinfeld out there. You sent a message to the team that we're going to let our hated division rivals win, and we're giving up. And here's where it gets to be bad. And this where it may be where, it's kind of late to be firing a coach because most head coaches have already been let go, where the search for the new guys is already going on. But I got to be thinking that you've lost the locker room, Doug Peterson. So Miles Sanders, this isn't like what we had with the Cowboys where we heard some players, anonymous players, saying that our coaches don't know how to coach and the system's too complex. This isn't anybody, where they're not putting their name to it. This is your running back going on radio, voicing his unhappiness, saying on the radio today, nobody liked the decision to replace Hurts with Nate Sudfeld. That's all I can really say. I don't know who was the main person behind the decision. All I know that a lot of people on the team were confused. The benching caused quite a stir. Most notably members of the Giants, they were pissed off. The fact that yesterday you heard that the NFL is not going to fine the Eagles for literally tanking on a Sunday night game. Basically just saying, you know what? We're fixing this. We're giving up. We're not even going to try. And I'm not saying that was a bad thing to try and get that pick. But right now, the difference between picking 9 and 6 is not really that big a deal. I can understand if it was like you're trying to draft a quarterback and you could get up to, the number 2 or the second pick. I might understand that because then you're able to really get that guy. But from 9 to 6, it's not that big of a difference. And so now, that difference, you're going to need a whole bunch of talent. Because now, all of a sudden, everybody is looking at Doug Peterson and going, dude, what the F? And I think, I would say, I'm not afraid, because nothing I would like more. I don't know that Doug Peterson is going to be very effective with this team. I think Doug Peterson literally now has everybody on that team where they're just like, we ain't going to win. You see Zach Ertz, who, tearfully basically cried out, and figures this is going to be his last game. They turn around and, they couldn't work out a deal with him. You've got aging veterans that are on this team. You still have some guys that believed in Nick Foles, that never were Carson Wentz guys, that believe now in Hurts being the better guy. But now you're sitting here doing this kind of stuff. Oh, if you're a Cowboy fan, you're feeling pretty good about all this right now. I love it. I love it. And on top of it, here's the silly thing. Here's where it's really crazy. Are the Eagles not in the market for another quarterback? Are they 100% sold on Hurts as their guy with, 4 game starts under his belt? Ooh. This is now a complete rebuild for the Eagles. You're way over in the salary cap. Your franchise quarterback is doo-doo and wants out. You've screwed up your new guy. You got an aging roster. And you got no money. Cowboy fans are happy about this. Philly, I'd like to hear what you got to say about it, bro. Peace.